Right, Mercator, Chapter 2. It's technically 10% of the way through the course, right? So, Mercator, of course, means merchant. First paragraph, Amicus caecilium visita. Amicus est mercator. Mercator velam intrat. Clemens est in atrio. Clemens mercatorum salutat. Caecilius est in tablino. Caecilius pecuniam numerat. Caecilius est argentarius. Amicus sublinum intrat. Caecilius sorget. All right, so let's start by labeling the verbs. All right, so visitat, visits, est, is, intrat, enters, est, is again. Right? Remember all these verbs end in T because they're he, she, it something, right? Or a particular he, she, or it, like Caecilius is a he. Right? S again is. Numerat counts, it shouldn't be too surprising. Est, is. Intrat, enters. Sorget, rises. Let's go ahead and get these two lines here. Salve, hello, technically that is a verb. Right? Don't worry about understanding that's a verb now, but it is technically a verb. It's a kind of verb that we'll see later. So salutat, responded, of course, are verbs. All right, so there's a few prepositional phrases in this. We can go ahead and label those. So, in atrio, in the atrium. In tablino, in the study. Yeah, I think that's it, unless I missed one. Okay. All right, so the other nouns. So last time the other nouns were all the subjects of the verb, right? They are nominative. We know that word now. So like Caecilius was a nominative. And now we know two types, a nominative, which again is the subject of the verb, the one that does the action, and the accusative. Right? The accusative is going to be receiving the action. It's a direct object. It receives the action of the verb. We see in the first declension, in which case the nominative singular ends in A, and the accusative am. Second declension, nominative singular us, with a few exceptions that we'll see, but the accusative singulars will be um. The third declension, the nominative singular can end in anything. It doesn't really have an ending, right? But its accusative is going to be em. Right? So all the accusative singulars end in something m. Okay, so let's go ahead and label the nominatives. So used green for that last time. So amicus ends in us, so it's a second declension nominative. Amicus again. Okay. Mercator, right? What can that be? It's got to be a third declension nominative singular. Why? Because it doesn't have an ending, right? It doesn't have any of the vowel plus m endings. It doesn't have us. It doesn't have a. It doesn't have an ending, so it's got to be that third declension nominative singular that doesn't have an ending. Right? So Mercator is a nominative. It is a subject. Same thing for Clemens, right? And S is not an ending. Okay, Caecilius is the second declension. Nominative singular, again, Caecilius. Yeah, Caecilius yet again. Argentarius, long word, but still just a second declension, nominative singular because of that us ending. Amicus again, and Caecilius. Then the accusatives. So we'll label them as black. So caecilium, right? So that's a second declension, nominative singular. Again, accusative singular. All the accusative singulars are ended in a vowel plus m. Right? Velam, that is, of course, what declension? First, right? Am is first, accusative singular. Mercatorum would be, right, a third accusative singular. Pecuniam, another first accusative singular because of the am. And tablinum, second. Mercatorum is a third. Right, I forgot to label these nominatives. Go ahead and get those. Caecilius and Mercator. Okay. All right. So first sentence, amicus caecilium visitat. So red is our verb, green is our subject. That's nominative, right? So amicus visitat, the friend visits whom? Caecilium, right? So the friend visits Caecilius In English, we'd always say the nominative form, caecilius. So the friend visits caecilius. So caecilium is accusative there. It's a direct object. It's receiving the action of the verb. He's the one being visited. That's all that means, right? He's not doing the visiting. He's receiving the visit. So the friend visits caecilius. Okay, amicus est mercator. Remember, est is like an equal sign. So you're not going to have an accusative with est. You'll have another nominative, right? The nominative is nominative. The friend is a merchant. Mercator velum intrat. So Mercator intrat, that's our subject and verb. Then the am, the accusative there, velum, is our direct object. So the merchant enters velum, the house. Clemens est in atrio. Right, so Clemens is, and now we have a prepositional phrase, in the atrium. Right. Clemens mercatorum salutat, so the accuser there is mercatorum, so he's the one being saluted, he's the one being greeted. So Clemens, the nominative, salutat, greets, mercatorum, the accusative. Again, notice that typical word order. The subject is first, Clemens, the verb is last, salutat. Everything else, in this case a direct object, an accusative. We've also seen prepositional phrases here. Whatever you have probably would come in between. Right, that's a typical word order. Words could be in any order, but that's a typical order. So subject first, verb last, everything else in the middle. Caecilius est in tablino, right? A little different for est, right? We've seen est coming in the middle. Caecilius est in tablino. Caecilius is in the study. Caecilius pecuniam numerat. So subject first, verb last. Caecilius numerat. Caecilius counts. And of course, am, that gets me by accusative. What's being counted, right? Caecilius counts pecuniam, the money. Caecilius est argentarius, so est is our equal sign again, right? So you have two nominatives. US is US, so Caecilius is a banker. Amicus tablinum intrat, the friend enters the tablinum, right? The study, right? So that's the second declension, accusative singular. Caecilius surget, Caecilius gets up, right? He surges, like that old soft drink commercial where they would shout surge and then do something insane. Salve, Caecilius mercatorum salutat. So salve, hello. Caecilius mercatorum salutat. Who does the greeting? The nominative, right? US, second declension nominative. Who's being greeted? The accusative, right? EM, that's a third declension accusative. So Caecilius greets the merchant. Hello, Mercator responded. Hello, the merchant responds. Okay. Caecilius triclinium intrat. Amicus quoque intrat. Amicus in lecta recumbit. Argentarius in lecta recumbit. Right, so Caecilius triclinium intrat. Subject first, Caecilius, verb last, intrat. Caecilius enters. What does he enter? What's being entered? Triclinium, the accusative, right? Caecilius enters the dining room, right? We have three places to recline, right? So the dining room. Amicus quoque intrat. Subject first, amicus, verb last, intrat. The friend enters. He quoque enters. Now we have an adverb. Right, so quoque also, technically that's an adverb. We'll learn more about those later. But so here it's describing when he or how he enters quoque. So amicus quoque intrat. The friend also enters. Amicus in lecta recumbit. The friend recumbit. The friend reclines. In lecta, right? Recumbit, reclines. Like those recumbent bikes you may have seen where they look like they're laying down when they ride them. A friend of mine in Delaware, he's biked hundreds of thousands of miles on one. It's not really my thing. I like a standard bike, but each his own. The friend recumbit, so the friend reclines. In lecta, remember, in can be in or on. On is going to sound better here, on the couch. Argentarius in lecta recumbit. The banker recumbit, reclines in lecto. Prepositional phrase again, on the couch. Grumio in Kalina cantat. So grumio, that's my subject, right? What declension would grumio be? Has to be third, right? It doesn't have an ending, so it's nominative singular, third declension. So what would its accusative end in? EM, right? Grumio nem is what it would be. And I think we'll see that before this paragraph is out. So grumio, the subject, cantat, sings. Then a prepositional phrase, inclina. So Grumio sings in the kitchen. Grumio pavonum coquit. Grumio coquit, he cooks. Not surprisingly, that's what a coquus does, right? Coquit. Grumio cooks pavonum, the peacock, which of course is what declension? Third, right? And it's accusative, em. cocus est laetus. The cook is happy. So here we have the nominative is nominative again, but instead of another noun, it's an adjective, right? Laetus is an adjective, right? Still, it's going to be nominative, right? We'll talk more about adjectives in a later chapter, but again, it's going to be nominative, right? With the is form going with cocus. So the cook equals laetus, happy. The cook is happy. Caecilius quoquam audit. Caecilius also, Caecilius audit. Caecilius hears quoquam, the cook, right? So Caecilius us, that's my second declension nominative. He's doing the hearing. Quoquam that's my second declension accusative. So he's the one being heard. So Caecilius hears the cook. Caecilius non est laetus. Caecilius is not happy, right? So it's like an early episode of that singing show used to come on. The name just escaped me. Where they have all the really bad singers at first, and then they weed out the bad ones. Then it gets boring when they do that. But Caecilius is not happy. Grumio would not be a contest winner. Caecilius caelum expectat. Caecilius expectat looks like expects. He's waiting for, looking out for. So Caecilius expectat, he's expecting or he's waiting for caenum, which is accusative of what declension? First, of course, right? Am is first declension, right? The nominative form would be cana, right? Just ending in a. Amicus caenum expectat. The friend expectat again is waiting for caenum, dinner again. Caecilius grumionum vituperat. So Caecilius, that's my subject, right? Us, nominative. Vituperat, that's the verb. Not surprisingly, it comes last. So Caecilius curses or scolds. Who's being scolded? Who's receiving the vituperating? Grumio, right? Grumio nem, right? Em tells me it's accusative. So Caecilius curses or scolds or tells off Grumio, right? He must be an exceptionally bad singer, which is totally believable.